What's up, guys? Welcome to this high-level analysis of Timon's new ER average of 474. I wanted to reconstruct one of his earlier averages, but that kind of I used like a different way to record the screen, but that didn't really end up working out. So we're gonna reconstruct this average instead. I already looked at the different scrambles and solutions. So I'm pretty much just going to tell you what I did, what he did, and what I would have done. On the first solve, he got a very nice 379, and this is it right here. I've been told that the scrambles were really nice, and they were quite nice, but you still had to know how to take advantage of them in order to really, get a good solution. So the first scramble right here, he starts off, he does a triple X cross, as you can see right here. And as you see the scramble, you'll see, by the way, these reconstructions are from Stewie. Stewie is an absolutely amazing guy. On the reco.nz website, he just reconstructs every day. He'll get them up super fast. I'm recording this like after he's just recently reconstructed them. He's super fast with them. Highly recommend you check out the website. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's fantastic. If I'm not sure if he has a donation option on the website, but if you find yourself using a lot of his reconstructions and whatever else he does, then definitely consider donating. So yeah, this is the reconstruction. As you can see, we've got this edge and this edge. We'll just go back right here. He's doing yellow. This edge and this edge over here, they're solved. And we've got this block, and right here, this is solved as well. So the pieces of the triple X cross, the pairs he does is the green red, the blue orange, and the green orange. What he does is it's a pretty long triple X cross, so he's just going to keep it simple, and he's going to do 2 rotations. Accidentally messed that up. I think it's fine. So yeah, he's just going to start off by inserting this orange one, and he's already got 2 and 3 pieces in right here of the X cross. So after he's done doing this one, he will rotate and then insert this one with wide moves. And after that, he will need to get this one into position and this corner. Now you could typically, when you have a corner and an edge that you need to solve, you do that with pseudo slotting, and there is an option here. You can just insert this one, do a D, and then resolve this one with preserving this corner, which is going to move over to right here. But that's not too efficient, so instead what he does is he'll do a D2 and then take out this edge with it as well. So you'll see that right here. And the nice thing about it is typically this is not a nice position at all for your edges of your X cross to be in. But the only situation where it is nice is if you have a misoriented cross edge in the top layer, and you can use it to both insert the cross edge and put the X cross piece into place. So that's exactly what he does here. After inserting this one, he moves the D layer accordingly to put it into position to insert this one with wide moves, or L moves, depending on how you look at it. Just like this. And then as a nice touch at the end, he'll do a wide move instead of a D move, so he doesn't have to rotate for this one. And the way you can recognize that is by recognizing that the side color here matches with either the left or the right center of the cube. Or you can look at the top one, look at the front and the back, but that's not my method. And then he's just blessed with a really easy 3 mover. Right here, the F2L was solved in, I believe, 2.1 seconds. So that's quite incredible. And this is not a difficult case to recognize at all. It's an L case. And this was a 3.7, and he doesn't hesitate at all. There are no lockups here. And he, with these alternating moves with U moves, the U moves can get kind of slow since you have to reload for all the U moves. So you're seeing he's doing U prime, and now U. He's double flicking for both of them without any issues. So very impressive first solve. 10 TPS, not super high, but that's expected from a very complicated XXX cross. One thing I did see, I'll show you on the cube. This is this correct? Yeah, it is. One thing I did see is you can make a slight adjustment. Now, I don't think I would have even done a triple X cross if I got this officially, but after playing with this scrummer for a little bit, I did see this solution that is perhaps better. I think it's better because it avoids both rotations. It's the same start. You will insert the edge, but you will do it from this angle into the back. And then you're going to do the same solution here, but with F moves instead. And then instead of inserting this corner right here, you're going to do a D2 and insert it right here. And then that's just an XX cross, but the next 2 pairs make for a really nice multi-slot while also getting all the edges. So that if you were to be able to plan a bit more, then this would probably be a bit better of a solution because it avoids both rotations. Right, next solve. I did notice orange typically with this pattern right here with this block, but these two are opposite. Typically it's very useful to check the orange side because if you can make this block move with one of the double moves you have to do for one of the cross edges, and it can become quite nice for X crosses. So orange would have been a good pick here, but white is good as well. So he's just going for a standard cross, and what you'll see is this pair is solved, and let's just get into orientation. What he's going to do is he will, this is not the angle, I believe. This is the angle. So yeah, he sees this. This is solved, and he's going to solve first this cross edge, then the green, and then the red, and the blue, and he's going to end it with a wide U prime. That is a bit tricky, and the reason for it is, even though it sets you up for a nice first 2 pairs, because doing this pair wouldn't break up the other pair, you're solving both pairs into the front. Now what you notice is, with a lot of fast solves, it would, well, what I'm trying to say is, a lot of fast solves, they might have a Y2 in them. One of them is, a great example is Lou Gehrig's 344, and people are always saying like, oh, that's terrible, it's a Y2, and yeah, it is not optimal. But the reason it's not so bad is because when you're doing a Y2, you're getting a really good view of the cube, and the situations where you're doing a Y2 in will be in a situation where you're going to solve like the first two pairs into the front or both into the right. And in both situations, doing a Y2 would allow you to have a really good view of the cube, and typically you're going to have to do a rotation anyways. And it's hard to see stuff. But I think, you're going to have to check in the video, but I think he planned the third pair as well, which makes the solving the first two pairs into the front really not that bad at all. Because he can just go into them right away, and solving pairs into the front is really only that bad because you don't really have a great look at. But if you've planned it, it doesn't matter. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Next pair is the blue-red. I typically don't do them like Timon does because it requires a push U move finger trick, and it's just not amazing. Because it's a bit unnatural to do L, U prime, L prime. Okay, very solid. After this, there are two things that you'll notice. One thing, Timon actually rotates this way, and that is typically better, right? Because you're solving it into the right. But after this insert of R prime U R, it flows quite naturally to just do a U move combined with the rotation this way. So that's the first thing, not a big deal. R moves are in general a bit faster if you're a righty cuber, so that's not bad. And another thing you'll notice is that all the last layer pieces, they're oriented. And with this case, typically when you have like all your last layer pieces oriented, you'll have great look ahead into the last layer in general. But sometimes there are OLL skip cases, or you can set up to like a commutator like Felix has done several times. But for this case, if you actually just start out by doing it normally, you can cancel into the soon, into the back soon right here. So if you just do R prime U to R, U prime R prime U to R, then you've solved your OLL. But Timon didn't quite see that. I'm not sure if he didn't see that because canceling into these things is, first of all, the cases are super rare, but also the finger tricks, they're unfamiliar. So because they're super rare, you don't do them very many times. And a backsoon you've done like a million times. You do them pretty often into a solve. So and it doesn't cancel too many moves, so it might just even be faster to just not cancel at all and do the really fast soon, and also have better look ahead into PLO. So that's the second solve. Really solid start to the average. Next is solve 3. Don't quite remember. Oh, right. It's he's doing yellow. Hope. And he's doing it from this angle. I don't quite remember what he does. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening here. So first L. Okay. And then puts this one in. Maybe he's trying to X-cross with this. Right, he did do an X-cross, but maybe this... He did do like some random R turn to make this solve, but it's not exactly solved because of the twisted corner. Maybe he was trying to do that. Nah, I don't think he was trying to do that. I'm not sure what's happening, but okay. From this point on, he does have an X cross, so it's not terrible. Yeah, I'll first show you what I do, and then we'll continue with the solve. Okay, so two things that I want to preserve. This pair right here, and this block right here. And this block, you'll notice that this edge is an R2 away. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to start out doing L2, U2 to bring this one here. And then before bringing it down, you have set up this pattern right here. So this edge, it has to do an R2, and combined with this cross edge, you can do the R2, and it makes the block into the back. And then by doing this one, you can finish up your X cross. And then perhaps you can cancel even into some other pairs. So that would have been a nice X cross. Timon definitely could see that. I just think that he didn't have too much inspection time to really find that. Sometimes you just don't find it. Okay, this is either brilliance or luck, because solving both pairs on the right is not ideal, but by doing it this time, it actually makes for a great third pair into the back left. Because you think doing this one, it's equally good as the other one, but doing this one, it would fill up the back left. Then you only have two pairs into the front left, so that would be nice. But in this case, he might have planned this. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he planned this. Although he did make that strange X cross, so he probably didn't plan it. Yeah, very good. One thing that you might consider is you can do a ZBLS by rotating to the right. There might be one from this angle as well, but I don't know it. I guess you can just do a VHLS after pairing up this one, but so yeah, after doing the LU into the back left, it's very natural to just continue doing your LU gen on the left like this. Now he did a UU prime right here. Yeah. Not a big deal. And then I don't know how much this is worth it, but you could do inverse J-perm right here. It's pretty much just as fast as a normal J-perm, but yeah. This is totally fine. I would have done the same thing anyway. Alright, that was the 483. Onto the fourth solve. What does he do here? Oh yeah, he's doing white. Yeah, this was a very boring scramble. There's nothing here. I guess after this first R2, I just noticed this now. You could, I guess, solve this edge by just bring this one down on top of the blue center instead, and then insert the corner to make an X cross. It's not amazing, so and this cross is very ergonomic by just doing the R2, D2, RFR. First pair into the back left. It's a great start. One thing he's going to do right now is break up this free pair that was here. That's slightly unfortunate. He just probably didn't see, otherwise he would do it first, I think. But after doing this pair into the back left, you are into a lefty turning state, I guess, of holding the cube. And one thing that I think is a little bit underlooked is reducing the number of times you switch the type of turning you're doing. So what I mean by that is it would be better if you only were to do RU turning in the entire solve, right? That makes sense. But the same thing is true that then that's obviously not going to happen very often. So reducing the number of times that you do have to switch to L moves and R moves, I think is something most people can learn from. So since you're doing L moves, I would suggest that you pair up this pair with L moves as well. Mostly because you can cancel. If you weren't able to cancel, since you're going to insert it into the right anyway, I would suggest just, do it on the right. So yeah, this free pair, you could also just move it over here and then insert it with an FU prime F prime. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that either. So right here, there are no edges oriented. So that's something that Timon is already aware of at this point. And I do think it's definitely a good intuitive choice to do this pair into the back left first, because doing your last pair into the back left, it pretty much just forces you to do the standard ALG and not really do anything for the EO, and typically it's not very ergonomic either. So definitely appreciate solving it into the back left, but if you were to do this one first, this would make a free pair. So I guess in an optimal world, Timon would have rotated here, done this into the back left, and then do the edge orientation trick with the split free pair. But yeah, Timon didn't see that, or he doesn't like it. Both pretty acceptable. I mean, just doing this first and then doing your edge orientation ALG for the last one is just totally viable option as well. So he's going for this one. This one's fine, I like it. Another one you could do is just do the standard one, but like cancel into like an M move. So that would be like this. So it's just a standard case, but instead of doing an R prime here, you do a wide R prime, and then you just continue, and then you have an M move left. If he was a real cool dude, he would have canceled into the OLL by doing like a U2 and then B moves, but that's we're gonna leave that over to the 9-year-olds in 2040 or whatever. This I'm slightly surprised by. It's probably just a nerve thing, but he typically recognizing your PLL from this OLL. It's really easy, and in this case I would know that, and Timon also knows that U prime Y perm is the PLL. Yeah, just unfortunate. He definitely knew it was a Y perm though. He just, yeah, slight mistake. Very fast Y perm though. I watched it in the video. Boom. And at this point, Theodore in the video said that he had locked a 485 average. So that's just not ER. So he still had to clutch it on the next one. And he did a little bit. It definitely was a fail as well as a clutch. One thing that I noticed that is definitely like a bit iffy that he missed it is that orange is actually amazing. I'll just show you on the cube. Because the F2L is a ZZ solve, pretty much. It's a super short X cross. So just insert this one, and then this edge right here can be done with an R2, and this corner is right here in order to make the X cross. So that's a super short X cross, and then you have this nice pair as well. You could have done the X cross from the other angle as well to solve it into BL. Probably would have been a little bit better. And then you could just decide to do 2-gen or maybe do some multi-slotting or whatever. So yeah, there is definitely power in just doing white yellow, but this orange cross is so nice that I do take a bit of an issue with this. So anyways, what's he doing? I believe he's doing yellow. Yeah, he's doing it from this angle. Let me reset. So he did a wide move. This edge is solved. He's doing a double X cross, I believe. And he's doing it. Wow, this is quite a cool find. So what he's thinking is he wants to match this corner with this edge, and to do that, he's going to do it from this angle and do like an RU R prime. And coincidentally, it also brings this into position to be brought into the solved state with the R2. So right now you have this block and the edge, so the X cross for the blue orange, that's solved. You don't have to worry about that. And he also tracked that this corner would come into position for the to insert it right here. So he's still from this angle. Boom. Very good. I doubt he did the R2, but that's whatever. It's just he probably did it the other way in R2 prime. Let's rewatch that. It was a bit complicated. So white R prime, match these up and put this one into the R2 position, and that also brings out this corner. So do the setup, D, insert the corner. Yeah. Okay, so he could have canceled here, but he didn't plan the third pair, so that's totally fine. Now this is super strange. In the past you'll have seen Timon do, from this position, this pair, he would have done U prime, F, R, wide F prime. And that sets up this case into a free pair. But this man does 2 rotations. I don't know why. And he fumbled, but that's just just an execution error. That's normal. That happens sometimes. So 2 rotations. That's super strange. Another thing, if you don't like the wide F moves, which I mean, I think everyone can get around to doing it. If you don't like them, instead of rotating back into another rotation, you can do from this position, you do U prime and then do the RU R prime setup. But instead of rotating, you can do a hedge slammer to avoid the rotation. Instead he doesn't do that and he just, rotates again. 2 rotations. I think we all learned from the beginning of our cubing careers that you don't rotate twice for a pair. So, but he did get blessed with a very nice last layer. Timon knows he's getting a T-perm here. So no lockups. Super fast. Boom. So yeah, very impressive. Not too many ZBLs this average. You know, not really in your control, but the OLL, the last layer combinations that he got were super nice. He was getting J perm, T perm, 6-move OLL, back soon, and even the G perm really wasn't that bad, and the Y perm is it's all right. Yeah, not too much to say about it anymore. Yeah, I'm a bit bummed he didn't do orange. Like, it's so good. But that's it. Very good average. Very sad about that fumble on the fourth barrier. Otherwise, it could have been like a 4.6 and a 4.6 average. Inching closer to Yihang. Maybe Yihang will start to feel some fire under his feet. So anyway, that was it. If you want to see more high level analyses, then I don't know, I might do them. And goodbye.